Okay. Complimentary watermark. Let me tell you of all the additional information I get because I have NVDA on. Here, be quiet. Mom's gonna be on the internet for a bit. I tell you things. Oh my God, what are you telling me? Some days. Wow, that was rough, guys. All right. Let us scroll down. Hi, Nikki. Susanna. Good morning, Susanna. Let me know if the sound is going okay. I am charging my other headphones, so I can't actively check to make sure everything's working correctly. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. It's fine. We need to open up this window, and we need, oh my God, we need this. I love NVDA, and I hate NVDA all at the same time. I don't want to show meeting controls. Why? Why? Fine. Stop talking. NVIDIA, stop talking. So hopefully everything's going well because I don't have charged headphones, so I can't check. Oh, Nikki and Suzanne are checking in things. I'm going to take a sip of coffee because my cat is driving me crazy. Do we have sound? We're good? Awesome. Am I good? My other headphones are dead, so I can't do a check of my sound to make sure everything's going okay. And she's been extra monstery today. I've already sworn at her several times because she's been underfoot. She's just being an aggressive pain in the keister. So hopefully everything, I mean, looks, and that's always a guess, but hopefully everything sounds okay, right? Like, sound is good? Thank you. Perfect. Jen, hi. We're just chilling here while everybody gets in. I might give my cat to my sister permanently. I am over her, and it's just after 12 today, and I am done with her for the day. It's gonna be one of those days where you love them, but they weren't so cute, they wouldn't survive. The joy is she has no idea what I'm talking about. We're live, we're here. I'm only a few minutes late. Why am I a few minutes late? Because sometimes I remember very graphically that I need to put on little they're little clear buttons and they peel and stick and you can stick them to things to help orientate. I have been refusing to put them on my microwave for 4 years. I need to go into the basket that I know that my sheet of stickers lives, and I need to put the stickers on because I am struggling to find the keypad on the microwave, so I need to put some orientation buttons on. I don't want to. I hate it. It's just another you have to accept you're going blind thing, and it's very visual and in your face. So I really hate the idea of doing it. However, let's do a podcast. Welcome on in. It's Sunday. It's alive. This is the Northern News Podcast. I'm Jocelyn. At some point, I swear to the gods, I will carve out enough screen time to go and count how many episodes we are because we are closing in on a 10-year anniversary, which means we should probably go find a number. However, until I do that, because background is background and tech gremlins are tech gremlins. Let's talk about all things that I've worked on this week and all the things I probably should have been working on this week that I did not. Because of course I didn't. Why would I do something crazy like that? All right. Whoops, I'm gonna push my microphone. The train was on track Sunday evening. We were doing Sunday evening, we had a plan. We were gonna stick to the plan. Because Asa, even if it'll help me every day, even if it's something that's good for me, even if it's something that I know that I need to do, there is a lot of complicated emotional garbage you have to float through to get there. And there's a lot of acceptance that I am not prepared for yet. There's a reason why I have a therapist, and it's because I'm going blind. And it's terrible. Comes with a lot of emotional nonsense, is what it comes with. Sunday evening, I was going to stay on track. I wasn't going to get distracted. Obviously, as I am informing you of this, that's an absolute lie. We totally got distracted. But before we got distracted, we actually got some work done on our 2-week crochet cardigan. Now, everybody remembers I gave up the Ursa, took a day, and then decided I needed more than a day off. So, like, switching to the 2-week cardigan wasn't going to work for me. So, I took a week off the 2-week challenges. This year has been a terrible year for 2 challenges for me so far. And it's February. Then I was like, okay, I got 2 weeks less minus a day because I'd worked on the cardigan for one day, and 14 days is 14 days. And I proceeded to work on it Sunday because I was like, okay, we need to work on it. It's a thing. I never stick to plans. I love making them. I also very much prescribe to the concept of the theory that no plan survives first contact with reality. It just doesn't. It just doesn't work. But I like making them, so there's a comfort in that, I guess. I started making my crochet cardigan. This is folded up several times. So in my case, I have done some pattern changes, just because of the way the construction goes and how construction works for me, especially on a tight time frame and especially for my comfort levels. So I am doing things a little bit differently than the pattern calls for, mostly due to an extreme hatred of foundation crochet stitches. Then that's fine. I knew this, but I did get my ribbing done, and as you can see, I've got my back panel and my front panels all in one place, and I've started striping my cardigan. I'm gonna leave it on my head here so I can roll my mouse around and hear the things. So I absolutely, my camera, stop moving. Oh, it's because my face has left the screen. I'm sorry, guys. I can't cover my face. It autofocuses on my head, which is what I want it to do. I'm gonna have to change how I hold things up. So we've got some nice stripes going on here. Is this like even a third of a body? No, this is not even close. I am alternating gray Barocco Vintage DK with dinosaur colorways from last year's Yarn Advent from Erin of Fireweed Fiber Co. This is in the DK version. I am really happy we went with the close texture, even though this is the first time through the camera that I've been able to see the stripes this clearly. I am counting my stripes on the end by only weaving in one end as I go, since obviously I have an end for a start and an end for a finish. So only half of my ends are going to be woven in by the time I'm done my body, and that's fine. I understand what I'm signing up for later, but it will let me count my rows quite quickly, which for me is going to be a lot faster than trying to see the color differentials and go up and down that way. So we have begun progress. I technically have till the 27th, which is Friday. Do I have to the 27th? Yeah, because it's the 28th, which is the Saturday. So I have till Friday to finish this. This is Sunday. Can I crank out a cardigan in a week? I can crank out a cardigan in a week. Will I? I don't know. This is DK. It is on a larger hook. So this is a 6mm hook on here on the body, and it's a 5mm hook for my ribbing. I do need to remember that I have to do sleeves, and I gotta do a button band. So there are some lengthy crochet days ahead of me. I am hoping that I have better focus this week. Last week's focus, not so hot, so it was very easy to distract me because I cannot do the elongated half double crochet yet without looking. I'm hoping to be able to do it without looking shortly. You know, as the things. Hey, Jude, isn't this cute? Like, I love in these colors. They're so nice. I am only using 50 grams of each of my balls of color in the body, and I'm going to say 50 grams to use in the sleeves. So 25 grams per sleeve, 50 grams for the body for stripes, because my arms are long enough that if my cardigan goes to my butt, which is where I like them to stop, is around the butt area, my sleeves are of an equal length. That gives you an idea of body proportion size for me. So I've got to keep yarn in reserve for that. Otherwise, my arm stripes on my sleeves won't match. And you do the body bottom up and you do the sleeves from the body. So you get the things. So we were doing fine. And then Monday rolled around. She's been so talkative and demanding all day. No, no, for no reason. I haven't even left the apartment today. There's no reason for her to be quite so up in arms. So it's fine. Monday rolls around and I have a terrible, terrible vision day. They happen. I don't like them. Again, it's complicated. There's a lot of emotional backstory to it, and it's not an easy thing to carry or deal with. So I was being a little mopey. I was having a bit of a pity party, and I couldn't see well enough to see the crochet stitches, and I haven't done the elongated half double crochet enough to do it without looking. So I was sort of just moseying on Monday. I worked on my wood woes, so I'm going to show you guys my wood woes. And then hardcore distraction hit because Louise Louise did a new start Monday, and boy, do I love a bandwagon. So don't worry, we got plenty to chat about with that. However, we still kept making some progress on our wood woes. I've made enough progress that the first round of ribbing is done. That's right, peeps. We reached 2 inches shy the finished body length of this bad boy finally. I just started round two of the ribbing. It's 1x1 twisted rib, and I have to do it for 2 inches on a 48-inch body in finger weight yarn. We're gonna be a while in the ribbing. I'm always forever and a hot minute in the ribbing, and that's okay. The big thing is we got through the 2+ inches we needed in body stockinette from our progress keeper way down here. So we are achingly close to a finish on this one. I'm so stoked. So close to a finish on this one. So progress has been made, mostly because I don't need to see to knit and stockinette, and I don't need to see to do 1x1 ribbon. So this is something I can pick up even on the very bad days. And Jude, I know you get me when you say sometimes you need the meltdowns, you need the pity parties, you need the chocolate, and you need the hugs, and that's just how it is. And that's how that's how the cookie crumbles. So so close. The sleeves on this are done. When I am done this ribbing and I have bound off, I have maybe a handful of ends to weave in and we're finished. And I half weave in my ends as I go when I change balls of yarn. So when I say we are so close. I just need to get through the ribbing. We all know I'm slower at ribbing because I can't just zoom through it because I'm doing it by touch. But we're here. We've made it to the ribbing, which means we are so close to a fingering weight sweater being finished. And you know what the kicker is? Ready for this? I don't think you guys are ready for this. I don't know if I'll have to, because my ball of yarn I'm currently working on is quite small, but I have a whole skein still. Now, I knew my sleeves consumed a lot of yarn when I did a full-length sleeve. I did not understand, I did not understand that if I do an elbow-length sleeve, specifically in the wood woes, because that's the one I've made before, it's looking like I might be able to finish it on 3 balls of yarn. I might have to dip into ball 4 to finish the ribbing and the bind off. I won't know till we get there because my third ball of yarn here, she's quite small, and we've still got a fair bit of knitting to do. So like I might have to dip into ball 4, but I am going to have enough left over. I am Borg for a pair of socks. We'll need some contrasty toes, heels, and cuffs situated out, which we can figure that out later. But this yarn is green. And next month's challenge for the Fiber Friends is anything green. So I'm thinking, get the ribbing done. And as soon as the ribbing is done and we bound off and we know how much of this skein of yarn we need, like ideally none, but likely I'm gonna have to dip into this for like 10 or 20 grams, right? possibly less. We're putting this on a sock needles. We're putting this on sock needles and we will have socks. I think that's my best bet. I had initially thought if I had enough left over that I would do something fun like a pair of mittens or something, but the sock need is high. So I think we're going to go socks with this leftover skin. Which is crazy. Super crazy. So I have discovered that my arms are longer than I even thought they were, and that sleeve knitting should not be dismissed as quick. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. So, okay, I'm having new respect for people who struggle with sleeves like I do, because that is more knitting than I'd initially thought it was. Oh no, I've got yarn everywhere. Why? Stay out of the coffee cup. I swear. Oh, okay, let's have some decaf. But aren't they going to be such cool socks? I think they have to be socks. I think they're going to be socks. I think I got to go back in here and peruse my mini selection or go find that really strong fingering weight green that I have and see if it's enough of a complementary shade of green to have bright green toes and heels and stuff. So I got some looking to do, but I'm going to have more than 70 grams, which in that last skein, which means I've got a pair of socks. Shorties, but I got a pair of socks. So March's first birthday cast on, totally decided, which is a thing we need to decide today, guys, because the next podcast is the 1st of March. And I have, for the last couple of years, for fun, done a wild abandoned cast on party situation every day till my birthday from the 1st of March to the 10th of March. And I'm trying to decide if I want to do that again this year. I mean, we all know I want to. The question is, what do I cast on? Is really what we need to ask ourselves. So we're we're 2 inches within a finished fingering weight sweater. We've started a crochet sweater that we could, if we've got enough good focus days under our belt this week, get that elongated half stitch figured out in our brain so that we're doing it by touch and not by look. So I could have a finished crochet sweater next week. And weirdly, I have 2 more sweaters to talk about. February is very clearly sweater month for me. Mm. Because of the bad vision days, guys, just as a heads up, I did not work on my twisted toadstool this week. No fault to the twisted toadstool. You have to be able, the stitches are very tight and in very dense gauge, as they should be for I'm going to call it an art hat, because it's a piece of art that you wear on your head. And I haven't quite had the focus to do that on a marled yarn held doubles, so I voluntarily said no. I didn't want to screw anything up badly, so I do this. I like how, was I blowing my nose here? We're used to this, right? Constant nose issues. And VDA read me the message that of course I need to cast on for my birthday month, but they didn't tell me who sent it. Asa. Yes, but how many cast-ons do I do, Asa? I will be 43 next month. Do we do 10 days of cast-on? Do we do 10 days of celebratory cast-ons for my birthday? I am enough of a princess. I am comfortable with this status of information. Like, this doesn't stress me out any. Let's be honest. Next Thursday, I'm visiting with a friend, and in the evening, I'm going out with the uncle who's not an uncle, and specifically to go buy birthday snacks. The whole point of the trip with my uncle, who I texted, I was like, okay, could we go out next Thursday once you're done work and stuff in the evening? I want to secure birthday snacks because my birthday's the following week. And he was like, we absolutely can, because that is a thing that needs to happen. He's off on vacation, so we can go anytime, but I have company coming over till like 4 o'clock on Thursday. So we're gonna go after 4. I am specifically going for Bulk Barnes pistachios because I need the pistachios. I know that's not how you pronounce it, that's how I like to pronounce them. And some bejeweled dates. We need to secure those as birthday snacks. I also need to secure enough of them that they'll make it to my birthday, but that is a whole other problem. All the cast all the cast on is Jude. But Jude, what do we cast on? That's the question. We got some options. Oh, Jude, some of them are going to be Halloween things. I've got a bunch of Halloween patterns lined up. I'm trying to pick 2 for you guys to vote on. Because I obviously didn't pick, I'm obviously not in the mood to do stockinettes or stockings, and I'm obviously not in the mood to do cowls. So I was taking a look at the amigurumi toys and some of the other plushie situations because I think I want the smaller fiddlier projects that I can stuff because there's just sometimes you need a break from the larger projects, and I do have to work on garments this year. So I think we need to start with the Halloween tree decoration situation. So I want to flip where our focus is for the Halloween stuff for the moment, knowing that when we get closer to Halloween, the drive's going to be bigger to work on larger Halloween projects. So we've got some of those on the plan. But but if we know for sure, can I get through 2 inches of ribbing in a week? Possibly. Maybe we'll give it a try. If I can get through the ribbing this week on the wood woes, socks will obviously be a cast on. I mean, I can just say socks are cast on. Socks are cast on. I think for fun we should do a birthday sweater, so I should find a birthday sweater to cast on. What? I don't know yet. We'll figure that out. The other question is, what else should I cast on? Like I could use some practical stuff, and I'm not against casting on some practical stuff. It's not a problem. I just don't want it all to be practical stuff because it is a birthday stuff. I do know I'll have the crochet cast on for the crochet club that first week, which is great. It's something I want to do. I'm pretty sold on doing a vest. I think I want to do a crochet vest. Or like crochet waistcoat situation. So a vest. So that's 3 of 10. So I have 7 more things to pick. I know Asa's right in there. She's probably sending me links as we speak. Or thinking to herself, hey, because don't worry, Asa, my brain just went, hey, that little gemstones shawl would be really fun. Hey, hey, hey. The Iskald is on the needles. It's a cast on edge, but it's on there. It's the Woodwoes is definitely still going to be my if I have a bad focus day. If I have a decent focus day, I'm gonna be working on my Choose Your Own Adventure sweater. And then the moment the Woodwoes is done, the Iskeld, I need to power through it for like a week to get split for the sleeves. So then Aiken can become my I'm having a bad focus day, body in the round knitting. I just need to get it to that point. So I need Woodwoes off my needles. I need Choose Your Own Adventure split for the sleeves, and then I can pick up the Iskeld. But it's a cast on edge. No, wait, it's a cast on edge and 2 knit rows. 2 knit rows. It's already casted on. We're there. Because we're there. So, oh, Nikki, Suzanne and you are having a bit of a problem, my love. But the vest needs to happen. So I think I need a sock. I need a vest. Oss is right. We need a Halloween. What? I don't know. Possibly more than one Halloween. Possibly more than one Halloween. But again, that's 3. And if we're doing 10 days of cast-ons, we gotta go find some more cast-ons. We gotta find some more cast. Oh, you know what? I do have that pattern for those bulky weight um cabled socks, house socks, reading socks. Maybe we do 2 sock cast-ons. And I do a bulky sock cast-on. That could be fun. That could be fun. So, okay. Keep percolating things in the back of your brain, guys. We're gonna get to suggestions. Let's talk about the last 2 things I did this week. Thanks to Louise. Um, and my desire to send links and enable people, I've accidentally enabled myself into a thing. That's not shocking. Uh, Louise on Monday put up 2 patterns to vote on. I didn't vote last Monday on the New Start Monday because they were both patterns I had been like, hey, when I started crocheting garments, these are 2 of the garments I initially made when I started crocheting garments. So it felt unfair to vote because it'd be like picking a favorite between 2 cardigans that I have that I wear. So that felt weird. I wasn't going to do it. Oh, Jude, there is the eyeball bouquet, which is flower stems with eyeballs on the top. I also have the, I don't remember what it's called, but it's a stuffed eyeball with a witch hat on top. we have two eyeball patterns available to us, which I could post as the choices for stuff. Oh, wait. I have technically not taken this off the hook yet because I am trying to decide if I want to. Where is it? Come here. Come here, 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 come here. Ah, what I want to do. I got a cat on my foot. I'm kind of trapped. What I want to do with this last little bit of yarn. So this is the last of the second ball of a Loops and Threads worsted weight cotton ball of yarn. They are large cotton balls of yarn. They're 665 yards per ball. That's a fair chunk of yarn. And I'm like, what do I want with this? Like, do I wind this up and toss it in the amigurumi Halloween stuffy collection? Possibly. I haven't decided yet. So until I do, while I have a finish, it's technically not off the hook. So let me pull out the live stitch here because I've already popped a couple stitches, which is driving me nuts, whatever. 3 or 4 stitches won't kill me. The question is, do I risk another row and expand work on a finished, technically finished cardigan? We've got one started Monday night, finished Saturday night, if I don't add any more to it. And I don't think I will, and I think you guys are going to agree with me. I think we're good. Movie night cocoon party. I have already made one of these. I made one of these years ago. I made it to the size the pattern called for. I didn't do anything fancy with it. I've got to learn how to figure out which way is up on this. That's great. This time around, when I made it, the original one ended up being more like a bolero for me, which is great. I love a bolero in the summer over summer dresses, so that works totally fine. This time around, in the black yarn, I added a shawl collar because I had the yarn for it, and I wanted something with a slightly more length and more drape around the front without necessarily adding extra to the shoulder width. So I took my cue from the herringbone cardigan, and I added length on the bottom, and I added a shawl collar to give more depth across the front without adding extra depth across the shoulders. So the shoulder fit is great. I love it. And it took me 6 days. So I have a finish if I don't add another row. I'm going to put it back on after the podcast again. I was really late last night when I finished it, and I was kind of sleepy. So I was like, I am in no mental brain space to make a decision. But it is a elbow length sleeve cocoon cardi situation. Cocoon cardi situation. In black, in cotton, in worsted. So this is not a summer garment. This is a spring garment. So this is for over top of t-shirts when I have to hop in and out of stores and they start using AC, but it's not quite warm enough for that. As I cough. But I was watching Louise, and she was talking about choosing colors, and I was texting her, and my brain went, just make another one. So I did. Mostly I wanted to see if I could do it in 7 days because there were some projects that had started and finished in 7 days. So I'm going to make some Ravelry project notes because Ravelry project pages, we're learning how to make them this year. But I have a finished, I pulled up 2 stitches, whatever. I have a finished cocoon shuck. I finished cocoon shuck. I don't think I'm going to. I think we're going to call it done. It definitely hits me at my hip bone, so it's not like the shawl collar hits me at my hip bone and then it drapes down a bit in the back, which is, I don't mind that look at all. It's not a problem for me. And cotton's going to stretch and drape as we go. So I think I'm just going to redo the stitches I just pulled out here when I was pulling the project up. And I think I'm going to just wind up this black yarn and put it in the amigurumi project bin for amigurumis. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I like that idea. I still have 2 balls of black, so we still have another sweater in black worsted cotton happening. Probably some sort of cropped situation. And this can just go straight into the wearables. Because like this time of year, sitting at the computer desk, like that'd be really nice, right? Sleeves aren't too long, it's not too baggy in the bat wing section of the arms. But I started this Monday night, and technically, the moment I'm done streaming here, I'm gonna redo those couple of stitches I pulled out, and I'll be done. Length added to the bottom and the back, and I added a shawl collar just to give me a bit more coverage on my front, so it's a less of a bolero. So I think we're gonna call that done. I'm gonna redo the stitches I pulled, and then I'm going to have my first black garment of the year. 7 days. Actually, less than 7 days, even with like the extra, like the, because I'm annoyed I pulled out a couple of stitches. I didn't want to fasten off last night till I was sure that today, and like I'm comfortable. I don't think I want to add anything else to this. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So we have the second, I'm going to say it's a finish. We've got the second finished sweater of the month. Got a herringbone done. And we've got this done. So 2 cocoon cardigans are done. I don't think I need to add to the cocoon cardigan shrug situation anymore this year. I think we're good. I'm going to put this down so the cat can lay on it and pull out some more stitches. That's always fun. Always fun. Also, you're like 3 pairs of sock behind, right? Behind by 3 pairs of socks. That, my English was terrible for a hot second. But I agree. Like once you get caught up, you enjoyed making the Sophie scarf. I think making more of them would be good, especially if they're used and they're liked. That's important. I don't have or know anybody who would use a smaller scarf like the Sophie scarf, so I don't make them. I wouldn't. It's not a style that I like. But you have guys ready for this? Asa has like 5 whips in the go right now, and I think 3 of them are sweaters. A lot of sweater knitting going on. Super good. I can't, oh, maybe I cast on a new crochet sweater and a new knit sweater. That would get me up to 5 things. Do I need another sweater on the needles right now? Probably. Because I was adding those shawl collar rows last night, I did not finish. Nikki, Coffee Shop Cardi is what I'm working on. The Coffee Shop Cardi is this guy. Wonderful as far as construction notes go. Like you could totally just do it the way she has described in the pattern, and it's pretty freaking much seamless, like, and reversible. I'm adding complications to my life because I prefer a different style of ribbing attachment, and I'm not a fan of the foundation single crochet row. But if you could do it that and it doesn't bother you, so far the pattern has been beautiful to work from because of things, right? Oh, awesome. I'm glad the scarves are loved. They're cute scarves. I know I would never use them, so I don't make them, right? Oh, you know what I should do? Maybe we put like maybe we put on a new sewing project too. Like maybe we treat ourselves to a little birthday sewing project for fun. I do have a bunch of faux suede I've been meaning to turn into a skirt for literally years at this point. Maybe it's time we commit and I make a really nice deep dark chocolate brown faux suede skirt for my birthday, like start the project. Nikki, I don't blame you. Uh, I've been eyeballing the coffee shop cardigan for a while, and now I'm really happy I'm making one. It might not be my only one I make. I do like this elongated half double crochet stitch. It's really quite nice to make. So let's not all be shocked if I make a second one. Okay, let's just we'll do that. All right. We have one more sweater to talk about. I could have had two finishes, let's be honest. If I wasn't adding shawl collar rows on and a black crochet cardigan, I could have finished a second sleeve on the Christmas sweater. However, I added shawl collar, and I'm happy I went that route. Why are you helping me so much today, Kat? I just don't understand. In my big flower bag. Look, it's flowery. I have successfully corralled the skeins of yarn. My cat loves to sleep in this bag, so it's an argument some days of the week. We're just at a color transition, so I don't have any balls of yarn I gotta worry about. I can just dump them back on the floor. We have a sleeve to talk about. We have a sleeve to talk about. We have a sleeve situation going on here. I counted for my first sleeve. Where's my first sleeve? Come here. Sweater, you're upside down, buddy. Why are you that way? First sleeve. She's done. She's done. We have a sleeve. We're all very excited. Purples, pinks, striped. Fun. This is a bit of a boxy sweater, so the armpit doesn't sit where the armpit is. It sits lower because the sweater's kind of baggy on me, and it's going to get baggier. So, totally fair. I need to have 4 stripes of pink. I am just getting ready to start my 3rd stripe of pink. Quick, guys. I can't see. 1 stripe, 2 stripes. Yeah, that's 2 stripes of pink. So I'm getting ready to start my 3rd stripe of pink. And I need to have 4 stripes of pink, and then I'm pretty much at cuff. So we are over halfway down the second sleeve. I told you, the second sleeves always go faster for me. Why? I don't know. They just do. I have clearly cut my purple yarn to tell myself that it's time to switch to my pink yarn for an inch. So I have this last bit of sleeve is what I chose not to do when I chose to do the shawl collar. For like the one hit wonder, 1 week wonders. The one hit wonder that was my movie night cardigan. So I thinkage I'm gonna leave this and the wood woes on the work on it when I can list, because this is the last week in February. And I should really be able to do essentially what would be 1 inch in pink, so 4 inches to the next pink row, 5, 8 inches of sleeve. I should be able to do 8 inches of sleeve in a week or less. Whether or not I get the wood woes done or not, that's going to be a bit of that's a bit of a hedge, but I should be able to finish this sweater, and I should be able to finish my coffee shop cardi in a week, which will put us at 4 finished sweaters this month, depending on how distracted I get. And we all know how easy it is to distract me. Oh my God, no. I want you to settle down and give up on life for a while. Can you nap? Like, you're 9. When do you become a senior? I have questions, babe. But we almost have our Saturday morning sweater done. It's striped, it's big, it's boxy. I have no shape in this sweater at all. I just become a big purpley blob, and I want it. I'm happy for it, and I'm excited to be able to wash and block and get this bad boy into the wardrobe selection. The ends are partially woven in. Let's be honest, I probably won't finish weaving them in. I will do the ones that I can see, and when I'm putting the sweater on and off, and that'll be it. So we might have 4 finishes this month. I'm gonna say might because I have met myself. And we bombed the 2-week sweater challenge pretty hard this year. So my brain's like, okay, we didn't knit a sweater in 2 weeks, but if I can get 4 sweaters off the whip pile in 1 month, I'm gonna feel less like I haven't done anything this month. Does that make sense? If that makes sense. Susanna, Nikki, I hope you guys are able to work all that out. Got a bunch of stuff on the go here. But that's what I worked on this week. So I, for fun, completely cast on and finished a whole sweater in a week. I'm not going to count the 3 stitches I have to put back into the shawl collar that I just accidentally pulled out while we were showing it off. I'm going to count that as a finish. I'm going to kill my cat. Stop it. You've had your snacks. We got the coffee shop cardi on the go, and I can do a crochet cardigan in a week. I know I just proved I did a worsted weight one, and it wasn't the only thing I worked on this week. So I should be able to do the coffee shop cardi. Think as a question. This See, I'm 6 of one, half a dozen the others on the hoods also, but I don't use the smaller shawl scarf situations. Oops. Hello, love. I'm feeling a little vindicated from bombing out on the 2 week sweater there, Nikki, by having 2 sweaters done this month in potential for finishing 2 more before the end of the month, noting that Saturday is the last day of the month. That's it, we're out of day. But but Patreon members get movie nights once a month. Movie days, movie mornings, movie nights, depends on the time zone. For me, it's a movie midday situation. And that's a good 2 or 3 hour crafting time. So, like, maybe that's when we pull out that Wood Rose ribbing and we work on that. Maybe. Because it's not, I don't watch the movies so much as listen to them these days. What? Go away. If you're not going to settle down, go away. Nikki. Nikki, are you casting on the coffee shop this week? I have questions. Choose right. Any progress is winning. So I'm gonna keep plugging away. I'm gonna give myself the freedom to get distracted because Louise has talked me into the weeds more than once over the course of our years long friendship. She may do it again to me this week. We'll see what she's got going. No, you are not starving to death. Go check your food bowl. Driving me nuts, you guys. I need to finish podcasting. Yeah, fine. Come here. Come here. You have to ask the internet if it's okay if I go show you where your food is. Yeah, no, it's not helpful. Kitten, kitten, you're not helping. You're not, you did, listen, you pulled mom's earbud right out of her ear. You did. I see that you're purring. But the internet has to say it's okay for me to literally carry you to your food bowl because you're too lazy to go check when you can bug me. Stop. Could you just stop? Stop, stop. Yeah, I hope Nikki casts it on. I can't wait to see the color she chooses. Everybody meet the tiny dictator. She's already had her she's already had her treats. Don't need any more today. She's overweight. The vet already drives me nuts every year when I take her in. I'm gonna have to go show her that her food bowl has food in it. She's not gonna believe me. I'm gonna leave you guys unsupervised. We need to talk about birthday cast-ons when I get back because we need to take this week to look and plan because there's only so many patterns I can buy. So if I can track some down. Oh, I have to grab February's yarn. I can show you guys February's club yarn. Yeah. Go save my sanity. Guys, I'm leaving you unsupervised. Don't buy anything I wouldn't. You've got to learn how to go to your own food dish, buddy. Worst of it is that a dog would drive me more nuts. Like I don't like dogs enough to own them. But for whatever reason, this cat is needier than other cats I've had, so I am struggle busing this. Lots of mischief does not require a functioning ankle. Uh, I could get into a lot of trouble just by sitting. I left her crunching and munching food, guys, because she won't walk to the kitchen, which is behind my wall of my of the yarn. We need a good name for this space. It's like my crafting workroom. Like I need a good name for it other than crafting workroom. It needs a good name. So I don't have a good name for it yet. But on the other side of the wall is my kitchen. It's not that freaking far. My apartment is not that large. But fine. It's fine. Because this is, oh, I forgot to grab it. Wait, I'll show you guys on the 1st of March. This is the last week in February. So this is the week to decide birthday cast-ons. How many birthday cast-ons? And guys, I have to go count how many podcasts we've had since last summer because I stopped tracking the numbers. But I think we've either gotten over 400 episodes or we're just at almost 400 episodes. I think that number is either just past us or really creeping up close on us. So like I need to find time this week to do that because we should do something fancy for 400. And I do have some stuff that's coming up that's going to go start in March. So we're going to talk about that stuff. Because reasons. Because reasons. So we're going to go, if we do 10 cast-ons, I think we could do more than one Halloween cast-on. I feel like that's going to be okay. We've got 2 pairs of socks, like a fingering weight sock. Like, should I do those bulky reading socks? They're cabled. They would count for the Craft Around the World challenge because it's a non-North American designer, which I have been struggle busing to get out of North America for. I do have those mittens I made for my sister and my niece. My sisters aren't finished yet. My nieces are, so that those would also count for like a European choice. So like, do we go a bit broad, like a bit more abroad, as it were? Do we take a look farther afield for more things? I know what I want for the Antarctic option for the Craft Around the World Challenge. I know I want to do the Winter Woods pullover by Saskill. I even know what yarn I want to use, at least one color of it, so I gotta go track down the rest, as it were. But I have a lot of garments on the go, so maybe we do some fun, weird things. Fun, weird things. I definitely think we should put a sewing project on the birthday celebratory cast on new project whirlwind for the first 10 days. So I think we need like at least one sock, at least one sweater. We'll have a crochet vest, we'll have a Halloween item, and at least one sewing project. So we're halfway there on items. I'm trying to look at my yarn stash through the camera. That's a choice I'm making. I have to give it some thought. I'm gonna give it some thought. There's something else that I'm going to do for my birthday, just because I can. I like to take the whole month to celebrate. I'm a big fan of surviving another year. My level up number is getting up there. So I'm happy to do so. We're going to do some prize draws, which we never do prize draws on this channel. I am I am one of those people who loves to compete in competitions and then I never enter for prizes because the prizes aren't why I compete. I like to see how well I can do against myself. But my dad, oh, I'd have to get up and go in. My dad found a really cool needle gauge stitch marker, stitch marker, gauge swatch. I am thinking what I should do is update my wish list on Ravelry and make sure that's up to date just in case my family wanders in there, Sandy, because They've been known to do that. I also have to make sure my Steam wish list is up to date and current because my brother-in-law has been known to just buy video games randomly for me in March for my birthday. Things are happening. My mom is a genius. She sends cash. And with that cash at my age, I go buy something for myself that I wouldn't normally buy, like pistachios and bejeweled dates. I'm gonna grab that thing that my dad found because I want to show you guys because he found a couple of them and I've only kept one. The rest I'm gonna give away. If I can find it. Oh my god. Here it is. Okay. So I wanted to do a little prize draw situation because I like sharing stuff. I like getting presents. I like giving presents. So I figured we'll do some treats as we got some stuff coming up. Dad found me this and he brought it down at Christmas. He brought down this one. It can be a bracelet. I will probably never wear it as a bracelet. I'm not a big bracelet person, but could be a bracelet. But it's got like 4 or 5 more, he said. Anyway, he's got other colors. This was the color that worked best for me. That's the color that they brought down. But it's got a space for gauge swatches. It's got your needles. I don't know which way it's got the print on it. One way has the measuring tape print on it. This lighting is terrible for me to actually see any detail stuff. So, like, there's a lot of information on this. And it's a nice leather. Like, this is a nice leather. I'm going to give away the other colors, is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do some prize draws for the other bracelets. I'm going to get my mom to ship them to me, put them in the mail. And I'm going to pair these with skeins from my collection, and I'm going to give them away to Patreon members as birthday presents. So to celebrate the month of March. I'm going to show you guys that this can be a bracelet, even though I don't really wear it as a bracelet. Yeah, I can get it around. I think it's because I can get it around my wrist twice, but not like 3 times, which makes sense because wrists are all different sizes. But it's got a little snap button, so you can wear it like this. 400-ish. Did I get to 400 with Diana? I don't remember. It's been so long. I know we're into it, and I got to track down our numbers. I need to start tracking our numbers again. Is what it is I need to do. So for everybody who's a Patreon member, you're auto entered into the draw, and I'm gonna give away the other colors of these that we have that I don't need that we found along with the title name for the person who made them because I don't know where the business card has gone. It's been long enough that I've misplaced the business card, and by misplaced, I think it's at the bottom of the bucket that this lives in, and I didn't bother to pre-read the text, so I don't know. And one of my skins for my personal collection. So we're gonna do like 4 or 5 prize draws over the month of March. To count, you have to be a Patreon member. Any tier doesn't matter. So long as you're a paid Patreon member, you're in the draw. That's how it's gonna work. As a thank you to the people who support the channel with the monies, we're gonna do some birthday prize draws for them. I need to get into the habit of doing that again. I enjoy it, just not constantly, if that makes sense, guys. So that's what I figured I would do for birthday month for you guys, because we're celebrating 10 years of podcasting in March, which is crazy. When you think about it, 10 years is crazy. You agree with Jude? Okay, so we're into the 400s. Excellent. I don't ever really keep track. I never did. That was always something Diana did. So it's a thing I know I should get in the habit of because we have an impressive number of podcasts. I really should be marking those for everybody. So this is going to happen in March, not this green one. This green one is mine. The other leather colors are going to be given away. I don't know if my mom's watching. Mom, if you're watching, can you put those in the mail for me? There's a teenager in your house. Send her to the mailbox to go get one of those thingies. Because then I can mail them out to people. So in March, I'm going to randomly do some draws for Patreon members. Most of them will probably be closer towards the end of the month. That's just makes sense for me. It also means everybody's got a chance to decide what they would like to do. But I'm going to give away one of these cute little leather bracelets, needle gauge swatch, measuring tape situation. Like this does so freaking much. I can, when the lighting is good for me, like when it's good for me lighting, I can make out that there's marks on the band, so it doesn't require a lot of magnification for me to read the measuring tape parts, which is really good for this coloring, so I'm very happy. And I would love to see the other ones. So I know in March we're going to do some prize draws for Patreon. We're going to do a bunch of cast-ons because that's always a good time. Except for winding balls of yarn, that's not my favorite task, so we'll see how that goes. Like my brain's like over there. I know you guys can't see over there. It's behind the camera. I have a sweater quantity of DK weight yarn. I have two sweater quantities of DK weight yarn. One of them's even spoken for a pattern. So like maybe I cast that on? I'm thinking, yeah. I'm thinking, yeah, because I've got Don't Speak Latin in Front of the Books from the Buffy Yarn Club colorway, which was a couple of years ago, in a DK weight for a pattern. Pattern to be determined. I have February's yarn from the Jurassic Park Yarn Club colorway, which was last year, for a very specific pattern that I have in book format. So I would need to scan the pages and write out the text and stuff. So like there's a little bit of prep work involved for that, but I could do that one. And it's a DK weight. It's meant to be boxy with tight sleeves, and you're meant to like wear it over summer dresses or over tights and stuff. So it's meant to have a lot of drape and a lot of give, and it's got a beautiful little cable detailing to it. So maybe, I think. Okay. 500? Dang. Okay, I need to go in and do some more background work and clean up and stuff, and I need to get some stuff done. So we're gonna do some prize draws for Patreon members for birthday celebrations. We're gonna do an abandonment of all any thoughts of moderation at all, and we're going to get ourselves a bunch of cast-ons on the go. Oh, what has my cat been doing? And that's for the birthday month. That's for the birthday month. I don't think we're gonna go like terribly crazy. I think that's probably good. But it's also the podcast's birthday, so maybe we do some more. For the moment, for sure, that's what I want to do. I do know for YouTube memberships, we're going to start doing bonus content's going to be pre-released for YouTube members in advance of when everybody else gets it. And if it is a video series or anything that I've done for Patreon, it will stay behind the Patreon paid wall for about 6 months or so, and then it'll come to YouTube. So we're starting to stack and move forward now that I have done a lot of cleanup in the background. It's a lot of work, you guys. But I think that's what we got going. All right. We know that I'm going to be deep diving in Ravelry this week. And we know I want to finish the striped sweater this week, the coffee shop cardigan this week, potentially the wood woes this week. That really just leaves the community, the Crochet Community Club project, which is for me the Twisted Toadstool hat this month. It is literally still on round two. It's on round two. There's nothing to show you guys. I didn't work on it this week. I gotta work on it this week. This past week, nothing happened. This week, stuff's gotta happen because that Zoom calls on Sunday. I will literally be podcasting and then I have like an hour break and then I'm into that Zoom call. So pale pinkish and pale purplish. You're probably looking something into the darker color range so that because my eyes, Jude, my eyes focus on light first. Like you'll notice I'm struggling to look towards the camera. I wanna look towards my light source. My eyes go to the lightest color first. They pick that up the quickest. So I would go with a darker background just because that'll reduce the overall ambient lighting in the photo and in the picture, which allows me to focus in on the colors you're trying to show me better than a bright background. A bright background blows out really fast. So when you guys see a white background, I see the white background and an intense glow in addition to it because I want to focus on the light. Crazy, but that's just how it works for me. It's the light sensitivity and mine is like current up to 9 billion at this point. It's interesting. I'm gonna go with interesting. You'll probably notice in some of the photos and stuff that I've been doing on the Instagram, if the background is light, the color of yarn's quite dark. But if the color of yarn has any sort of variation in it, the background tends to be a bit darker and my photos are a little bit darker because I'm filtering down to something that I can focus on for editing. So you've probably noticed that I've gone a little bit darker on the color spectrum just and removed a bunch of the excess light because that causes complications for me. So anything to dim the light a little is what you're looking for. I'll pick up colors better that way. Yeah. It's a weird thing. It's always like when we're talking patterns and stuff, like I tell you guys that all I've got is the description because most people go with a very light, bright background. So everything gets washed out by that bright background for me. So I make many things without even remotely understanding what it is I'll be finishing with. It's risky business. Risky business being me. All right. Talked about the prizes, talked about last week's stuff. We've got this week's pseudo plan situation figured out. I don't think it's too bad. I don't have any huge things this week. Like I don't have any huge doctor's appointments or anything. So I should have some quality crafting time under my plate. I just got, well, okay, I've got one, but like one appointment's nothing. And I think that's it, guys. I think we have a podcast. Asa, have I forgotten anything? I don't think I've forgotten anything. Asa's our moderator, guys. She keeps me on track. She tries. She also tries to keep me on track. Jude, it's totally okay if you don't have Instagram. Social media is a weird place. Oh, I know what else I'm doing. I am having problems cleaning up the old Northern Knits podcast Facebook pages. So I am going to close them all down and delete them, and then I'm going to restart everything up with the cleaner prospects going on. I just can't get the old stuff to let go. So I do want to talk with people on Facebook who prefer to use the Facebook app situation for postings and stuff. So bear with me for like one more month while I close everything down and start up again. When we have the fresh new page and stuff, I will make sure that the link gets out to everybody. There's been some complications for security and privacy purposes that I've had to sort of kajigger a lot with. I've mostly been arguing with YouTube for the last few months, but I seem to be getting some progress on that, so we're going to move to the next problem. Okay, Asa says we're good. Okay. Which case, if you're not a Patreon member and you want to get in for the prize draw, you will have, let's say, till March 20th. I'll do the draws after the 20th of March. That way I don't have to worry about trying to do prize draws at the same time I'm taking in family phone calls and visiting with friends at the beginning of the month when my birthday is. So we're going to go prize draws on the 20th of March for all Patreon members, and it'll be for some fun leather bracelet needle gauge situations. And let's be honest, I'll probably toss in 2, 3, maybe 4 skeins of yarn from my from the collection as gifts for people. And then we'll do 10 days of cast-ons or new project starts, and I'll start puzzling out what project starts I want to do with that. After that, does anybody want a cat? She's 9, a little demanding, kind of chubby, but is a fan of sleeping in project bags. Doesn't play with yarn too terribly much and won't lick fiber anymore. So she's partially craft trained. No. Yeah. Has an excellent grumpy face and is a security quality control tester for all crafting projects of the fiber variety. Bye, Tracy. You guys have a good week. I hope everybody goes well. And until next Sunday, we'll see you guys where we see you on the internets. I'm Jocelyn. This is the Northern Knits Podcast. And no matter where your week takes you, don't forget to craft. Now, NVDA, where is my done button? I've got questions. Yes, I know. I need the meeting controls. Oh, I swear, you guys.